Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel The Faceless Engineer, and today we will be solving Leetcode problem number 1281. Subtract the product and sum of digits of an integer. So the question says that we have been given a number n. We have to return the difference between the product of its digits and the sum of its digits. Okay, now let's build the logic for this problem. Okay, first steps first. We take any number. Okay, let's say the first example 234. We can write this number or any number in this way. Uh, that is 4 plus 3 into 10 plus 2 into 100. Right? So the digit that comes last will be multiplied by 1. And the second last digit will be multiplied by 10, the third last will be multiplied by 100, the fourth last will be multiplied by 1000, and so on. Similarly, let's write the second example in this form also. Okay, 4421, 4421. Okay, this can be written as 1 into 1 plus 2 into 10 plus 4 into 100 plus 4 into 1000. Now if we can understand this much, then the problems becomes very easy, because what we need to do to find the solution is the problem of this problem is we need to find out every single digit that comprises this number. And how we can do that? Let's say we are given 234. So first we need to find out 4, and then 3, and then 2. Now if we mod this number by 10, what do we get? If we mod it, 234 modulus 10, we get 4. Okay, so first step is done, we got this number. But in the next step, what number do we need? So that if we mod it, we get 3, right? So we need 23 in the next iteration. And how do we get 23? We divide it by 10. It's as simple as that. Then we get 23. Okay, again in the next iteration we start with 23 and we mod it by 10 and we get 3. Okay, so we got 4 and 3. Now we have to again divide it by 10 so that we can get this 2. So we do 23 by 10 and we get 2. And in the final iteration we just mod it, 2 mod 10, and we get 2. So see, we get 4 here, 3 here, and 2 here. And if we divide it by 10, what do we get? 2 divided by 10 is 0. And our iteration loop ends. Okay, so we got 4, 3, and 2. Okay, and we don't need to do these steps further because we already got 0. And 0 mod 10 is 0, and 0 divided by 10 is 0. Okay. Okay, so if you get the logic, we will write the code, and it is gonna be very simple code, and I will just write it on my own, and I will skip it so that we don't waste any time. Okay. Okay, so we will have the code here. So what do we need? We need the product of the digits and the sum of the digits, right? So we initialize product as 1. Now why do we initialize product as 1? Because if we initialize product as 0, anything into 0 will become automatically 0. So we need such a number that if multiplied by it will give that multiplied number. Okay, so we need such a number. If we multiply it by suppose x, we get x. Okay, so that number is 1. And sum is 0 because sum initially is always 0, and if we add sum to x we get x, and then we add x to y we get x plus y, and so on. Okay, so while n is greater than 0, since we saw here that our iteration goes till we get 0 and not after that, so our loop will only continue till n is greater than 0. Okay, and we just declare a temp variable Temp variable is to get the digit, and we do n percentage 10. So here 234 percentage 10 we get 2. Okay, so in this first iteration temp is 2. Okay, like this is the first iteration. 234 mod 10 is 4. Okay, so temp is 4. Now product will be product into temp, and sum will be sum plus 10, and then we do this step by 10, and we do it until our n becomes 0. So this loop will continue till this, when n is 2. After n becomes 0, this loop will not initiate, and we just return product minus sum. Okay, it's a very simple code, and we just run it to see if it's working or not. Yeah, it's working. Now let's spend some time figuring out its time complexity. Now the time complexity is very simple. See how many times this loop is running. 1, 2, and 3. So the number of digits in n is the number of times the loop is running. If n has 3 digits, the loop is running 3 times. If n has 4 digits, the loop will run 4 times, and so on. Okay, but we have been given the number n. Okay, so we just can't say to the interviewer that the time complexity uh, is the number of digits n has. Okay, we can't say that because we have to give the time complexity in terms of n. Okay, now let's try to figure that out. What is the time complexity in terms of n? Okay, so what are we doing to n? What is happening to n? See, every time n is getting divided by 10, n is becoming 1/10 this value, right? Okay, here n was 23, 234, then it becomes 23, and then it becomes 2. So every single time, every single iteration, the value of n is getting divided by 10. So what will be our time complexity then? Log of n base 10. Okay, log of n base 10. Why? Because every single time the value of n is getting reduced by 1/10. Okay, it is getting divided by 10, and so the time complexity will be n. Okay, so finally let's submit it and see if all the test cases are working correctly. Okay, it is accepted. Okay, and it has a good runtime, and it has a good memory usage also. Okay, so if you have enjoyed the video, then please consider liking it, and if you have any suggestion of how I should improve my delivery, or what next problem should I do, or any suggestion, you can comment it down below, or you have any question regarding this problem, you can comment down below also. And please subscribe the channel so that it keeps me motivated and continue making such videos, and so that we can learn together and grow together in this beautiful journey of programming. I will see you in the next video. Bye. Thank you.